Hello guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today guys, another video. And today guys, I'm reviewing Season 1, Episode 5 of The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is just entitled Truth, which make it a lot easier for, titling and all that kind of good stuff. But I did do reviews of the other 4 episodes, so make sure you guys check that out. And make sure you guys subscribe for my, the season finale reveal will come out next week. And I'm also probably going to do a video about my predictions for the season finale, because I got some interesting ones. But we'll see how it goes. I'll probably release that Sunday Sunday or Monday if I was to guess, but still got to make it though. But yeah, this episode was honestly really good. It kind of did feel like I don't want to say it was filler because it really wasn't filler, but it kind of felt like the kind of like with Back to the Future 2. It's just, you can kind of tell it's like that kind of, because Back to the Future Part 2, you could feel that was the movie just to get you to where you're going, in Back to the Future Part 3. I feel like this episode was really just to get us to where they want the characters and everything to be for the season finale, which season finale is probably going to be an hour long, which I'm happy about. That's one thing I am disappointed with WandaVision, was the season finale was just, kind of, I think it was shorter than the longest episode, actually, but don't quote me on that. But so I am really interested just to see how the season finale turns out. I really hope it's long. And there should be some good battle, especially with that post-credit scene. But I guess starting at the beginning, also this will contain spoilers. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it, blah, 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 all that kind of good stuff. But so at the beginning, you see John Walker, which, let me just say, this entire series, John Walker just comes off very creepy. Like, whenever he looks around, he does this little head twitch, and it's just very scary. Like, you saw him doing it at the end of last episode after you bash that guy's face in or chest in or whatnot. But you see him running. He runs into this warehouse. He's kind of having a mental breakdown because of what he just did. And when Sam and Bucky show up, because they're like, "Hey, we're gonna take that shield from him." He's like, "No, you're not." So then, pretty good fight ensues. I must say, this was actually a really good fight. Kind of reminded me of a fight from Civil War between Bucky, Cap, and Iron Man a little bit. Just not with as high stakes. Which one of my predictions is that John Walker is going to get he's going to be redeemed in the next episode. We'll see how that goes, because, with the post-credit scene, it doesn't seem like that. But I don't know. Like I said, we'll see where that goes. But they take the shield, they break his arm and everything. And, we do see John Walker has consequences, because he's put before, a court of Congress. And they're like, "Hey, yo, you're out. You're just because you're passed, we're not going to put you in jail. But you were lucky you're not going to jail." And they're like, "You're going to retire without any benefits or any of that kind of stuff." And I'm like, okay, yeah, probably should have went to jail, but I can kind of see what you're saying, because even in real life, if you're served in the military, you do get more lenience and stuff law breaking, I guess. But so that kind of makes sense. You see everybody's just booing him when he's going in the courtroom and all that. Then we get this one character named Val or something. She seems so familiar to me. I don't know if she's been in the MCU before or not, but she "Hey, give me pick up my phone call whenever I call you," or whatnot. So I don't really know what that's about, but she kind of seemed familiar. But I think that was the cameo they were saying this episode. I don't know. And also, we get a lot of this episode spend with Sam back home at his home with the boat and all that, which, like I said, that's why I kind of feel not really filler, but just kind of a transition episode. Because I feel like this episode's also really about mending Sam and Bucky's relationship, to where they're actually friends now. And I feel like that's a big part of it, which you could see, putting forward the plot that way. But also, you don't really get to see a lot of Carly in this episode. We just know at the end, which I do like the ending. It frustrated me so much. I'll get to that in a second. But at the end, she's in New York this time, which is kind of interesting how they brought it back to the U.S., I guess. But, I mean, it is a Captain America show. But, I mean, she's at the end, and the GRC's voting on Patch Act or whatever that is, which seems like it would help Carly and them, but they're like, "Nah, we'll just take over." You see all the red lights going and all that. Pretty cool. And also they teamed up with Beartruck the Leaper, which Sharon Carter is definitely power broker confirmed now, question mark, because she's like, "Hey, Batroc, I need you to your help," and Batroc's like, "Yeah, okay, I guess." And he teams up with Carly and their team, and he's like, "I just want to kill Sam Wilson." And so does that mean Sharon Carter's the power broker? She's she worked with Sam and Bucky, and now she's working with Carly, or I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. We'll see where it goes next episode. I doubt we'll get any answers on Sharon Carter by the end of the series, but like I said, we'll see how it goes. And, Sam, Bucky needs to make amends, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna go kill Zemo now, which, he goes to find Zemo at the Sokovian Memorial, and, he goes up to shoot him, and Zemo's like, okay, well, yeah, I guess. And also, I did find it interesting that, Zemo's like, yeah, I decided not to kill you. I'm like, okay, so you were kind of planning that the past couple episodes, or just, like, in the past, like, because I do think he thinks that, Bucky's different, kind of like Steve was different with the super soldier serum, which, like I said, Zemo's such a complex character. Like, I love him so much, but and then you see Bucky drop the bullets, and then the Wakandans come in to get him, and Zemo's like, okay, well, bye, Bucky, see you sometime later, and, the Wakandans take him off, and then Bucky's like, which also interesting, it does appear that Ao's back on Bucky's side, because she calls him White Wolf again, he's like, hey, one more favor, and, I can assume that, because then he brings it's like brings like a big case and is like, hey, I did Wakanda's whip something up for you real quick. So I'm guessing he got to make a new wingsuit because his got destroyed during their battle with John Walker. But and my guess is gonna be like the comics when Falcon's Captain America, like, the red, white, and blue suit. That's what I'm really hoping for. But at the end of the episode, frustrated me so much because, we see the Flag Smashers take over the GRC Council, and then you see Sam open it up and, like, do a little smile. And I just wanted to see it, like, just a little glimpse of it so bad, but I guess that's what next week's for. But, and then, like I said, most of the episodes spent on the Wilson family farm, which I do like. They're fixing up their boat and all that. You get some kind of men's between Sam and his sister Sarah, which I do appreciate. You also get some other stuff with Isaiah Bradley, because after Sam takes the shield, he goes to see Isaiah with it, and we do find out a little bit more about his backstory. He got so pretty much him and a bunch of other people got juiced up. They got sent in. Some of the people he went in with that had the serum, like, in them got captured, and then the U.S. military is like, yeah, we're just gonna like, pretty much erase that POW camp, erase all the evidence. And Isaiah's like, no, those are my brothers, so I'm gonna go break out of the facility, go break them out. Kind of like, which kind of parallels, what Cap did in the first Avenger, where he goes and breaks out all the POWs a little bit. So I did find a little interesting parallel there, but, you see Isaiah Bradley's just sour to the world, though. Like, I kind of do feel bad for him, though, honestly. Or not kind of, I do feel bad for him, but he's just so sour to the world. But even, Sam has to remind him, he's like, hey, it wasn't Steve's fault what they did to you. And I think Isaiah does put a little bit blame on Steve, even though it wasn't really his fault. But, and Sam's even like, yeah, if I went through what he did, I would believe that too. And, like, Isaiah even tells Sam that there will never be a black Captain America. And, but, I do think Isaiah's going to come back in the final episode, honestly, especially after, Sam puts on his new Captain America suit and his shield and all that, which I do love seeing him practice the shield and all that on the farm. That was pretty awesome, him and Bucky talking while they're throwing it. That was very cool. Like I said, a lot of character building between Sam and Bucky. I do feel like they are... actually friends now, but I do like that, Bucky just helping with the boat and all that. That was just some nice stuff. Like I said, nothing too major. There's, like, a lot of stuff, like, character-wise on the farm, and, in Sam's hometown or whatnot, when Sam's home, but, I also like how Bucky's just crashing on the couch, and then Sam's nephews just start playing with the shield, making, like, whooshing noises. I do think that's funny, but and then, at the end of the episode, Sam's pretty much like, hey, yo, Bucky, for you to feel better, because, Sam does have that background with with soldiers, like he did in the Winter Soldier, how he was like a counselor of sorts for soldiers that just got back home. He's like, for to get out of your own little personal hell you're in, you got to kind of make the people that, instead of just saying, hey, sorry, that that'll make you feel better, you got to make them feel better, and that'll help you in the end. And I think where he's going with that is, I think next episode we're going to see him go to the Japanese guy, he killed his son. We saw that one flashback. I feel like he's going to go to him. I mean, that's obviously what they've been setting up, so that's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be really heartbreaking, but at least Bucky will get some closure for that, and then the guy's dad will get some closure for that, but, yeah, and then also, how Sam has really come to terms with, what it means to be Captain America, and I feel like, he's definitely ready for it now, especially after... Also, I did kind of find it parallel, after they beat, the crap out of John Walker and break his arm and all that, Bucky kind of just throws the shield beside Sam, and then just walks away. That kind of reminded me in Civil War when the Cap just throws the shield down and walks away from Tony laying on the ground. I guess Bucky was just gonna go find Zemo, but I don't know. That was a little weird because I mean, I don't know, but also one other thing I forgot to mention is earlier in the episode we see John Walker go to Lamar's parents, and he's like, "Yeah, I killed the guy for that killed Lamar," and John Walker knows that's a lie, and I think Lamar's sister knew that was a lie too, but I think his parents just really wanted closure, so they were really believing anything, but and then after that thing, I think that actually kind of made it worse going to see Lamar's parents because now John Walker's on a mission to actually kill the guy or kill Carly, which killed Lamar. Which, like I said, John Walker's psychotic, but I do think he could have some redemption in him. And then the end credit scene got me really excited. But you see John Walker, he's making his own little homemade Captain America shield. Which again, a lot of parallels in this episode in this series, but kind of reminded me of Tony Stark in the cave with like the clinking and all that, and then like the little sound we heard at the end of Avengers Endgame credits. But he's making his own little shield. He puts his Medal of Honor on there. So yeah, I'm really excited. And like I said, I feel like he's going to go there to fight Sam and Bucky, or honestly, I think he might just be going after Carly, honestly. But like I said, I do think there's going to be some redemption for him, and I really hope there is because I feel like John Walker, he means well, honestly, but he just, especially after Lamar, passed, I think that was really his rock or whatnot. But like I said, we'll see how that goes. But overall, though, episode Truth, like I said, like not a filler episode, but just kind of a setting up episode for the final the finale, like it was still really good. Like I enjoyed a lot of the stuff in this episode, like the fallout of the end of last episode I thought was fantastically done. I love the stuff between Sam and Bucky and their character building relationships and all that. Probably give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. I think that's what I gave last week's episode. So yeah, I enjoyed these two episodes equally the same, but I'm really excited for the season finale. I cannot wait to see where it goes, and like I said, I'm gonna do a little prediction video. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about this episode down below. Did you guys like it as much as I did? Check out my Twitter and Discord link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.